Welcome back to the Ball Does Lie podcast. I'm your host, Amir, joined by Brendan. Hope everyone's doing well. It's the holiday season, so we wanted to make a quick video for you guys before the break. And we want to talk about the Pelicans. Brendan and I recorded a video, which you guys can check out on our channel, about the Atlanta Hawks. And Brendan brought up the Pelicans as a team that he thinks is pretty good. And they're obviously record wise one of the worst teams in the West. So
Worst team in
Brendan,
the West. Yeah, worst team in the West.
worst team in the West. So yeah, I wanted to talk about the Pelicans and just observe why you think this team has potential to be good, and if you think they can possibly turn it around, maybe not this season, but next season. Like, what are some
Yeah,
things they could do to even further improve and perhaps get into that play-in conversation as like the 10th seed?
yeah. I mean, if they can make the play-in, great. I think that could be on the table as a 10 seed. I just
This
think this
year,
team.
this year, or
I
next?
I I genuinely believe the Pelicans could potentially make a run. I'm not. Don't put it in stone. I'm not saying this is a guarantee, but I definitely think the Pelicans can at least make some moves and catch up potentially to a team like the Blazers. But I think this team is actually sneaky loaded with a lot of talented guys. Maybe not loaded. That's a bit of a strong word. But Trey Murphy has been absolutely hooping this year. He looks great. Zion, whenever he's in the lineup, I think he's someone that totally changes the whole makeup of this team. And I
Which
think the
is never,
Zion,
which
which
is
is
never.
never, so that's a big if. But even if let's remove Zion from the equation, there are two rookies they have this season. Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen have both been playing way ahead of schedule. Jeremiah Fears is becoming
Facts.
like one of my favorite watches. He's such a mature point guard already, even as a rookie, averaging 15, 3 and 3, shooting 36% from the 3 point line. This is as bad as Jeremiah Fears is going to be, I think, in his career. And he looks great. And then Derek Queen, such an awkward game, but works really well, especially with these lineups that they've been running out. He just adds like a different type of speed and a different type of element to their game.
Who does he
Um,
remind you of, real quick?
Derek Queen, I can't even really find like a legitimate
Randall?
comp. This isn't going to do him justice, um, but he kind of reminds me of like a clunkier Leon Poe. Shout
from
out
the
Cal legend Leon
from the
Poe,
Celtics?
um, from the Celtics way back. I think he'll be better than Leon Poe. I think, but just his game is so unique. Like it doesn't really translate to Leon. That's just a name that popped into my head. But I think
Leon
back
Poe.
to back back to the Pelicans, being able to move Jordan Poole to the bench, I think has also been a huge upgrade to all their lineups. And having Poole just be able to be a flamethrower with the second unit gives them way more variability. And I think that's been a huge reason why I think over their last 5 games have looked a lot better and why they've won 3 straight.
Yves Missi is not even getting much time. Like, he was a rookie last season. That guy's, when he has playing opportunity, rebounding machine, defensive machine, rim
Mm-hmm.
protector. So they have depth. They have young guys that you mentioned, Trey and Eves, and their two rookies. Obviously, I think Queen has been great. It's been a fun watch. And then I love Jeremiah Fears as well, man. That guy's super quick and
Just a
athletic and
baller.
just
Yeah.
processing the game pretty well. Still makes his mistakes, but shooting was possibly going to be something that he was going to have to work on, and he still does. But 36%, like his rookie season, that's pretty damn solid right there.
Yeah.
If you can continue to increase that up and get closer to 40%, he's going to be trouble. So they do have a fun team, I think. And you're right, I guess the Blazers are only 6 or 5 games ahead of them for the 10th seed, so it's not as far fetched as I thought. The West actually is kind of doing worse this season. Holistically, like it's been more top heavy. Usually, it's the opposite. Usually, they're you know 1 through 9, are competitive, 1 through 10, and
Yeah.
like now that's the East. It looks like the East, has become more competitive, less juggernauts, and in the West, there's like four juggernauts, and then it kind of falls off. So it is a little interesting to see that the 8th seed in the West is below 500, because it used to be the 10th seed
You
would
would
have
never see
50
that.
wins back in the day.
Yeah,
You'd have like 47 wins from like the 9th, 10th, 11th seed, like, which
yeah,
is insane. And the
and we'd
East
have
would
the
have 7th and 8th always below 500.
right.
Now it's kind of the opposite. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
And we had to
interesting
have
to
the whole
see.
conversation about, do we remove conferences altogether? Let's just get the
Top
16 best
16.
teams
Yeah.
into the tournament. But um, it's
Maybe.
an interesting year, and I think the Pelicans can make a run. And over their last 5, they've way up their pace. They're 6th in the league in pace, so they're upping their possession.
How many games has Zion played this season? Like 10 at this point? You know?
Yeah, Zion is in and out of this lineup as usual. This year he's
12.
played, I think, 12 games. Yeah, 12.
12 out of what? 26 games? 12 out of 28? Somewhere around there? Yeah, I think you're breaking up a little bit. And because of that, this will be a good time to close. So, Daryl, you're back. Okay, you can close.
Tough. Yeah.
Close with your
Apologies for
thought. You're
my
back. So
lack of
whatever you were
internet.
saying 20 seconds ago, I don't know what you were saying. So
Yeah, they're up in their pace. Some of the offensive rating, they still play no defense. That's going to be the Achilles heel of this team. 13th at the rating, and they're 28th for kind of a stretch of 5 games. So we'll need to see sample size. I just think, from like my opinion of basketball players, I just think they have a really good collection of guys, and I think they're starting to mesh a lot better. And I just keep going back to Jeremiah Fears, but I feel like he's been kind of that glue that solidified a lot of their lineups. And then Trey Murphy has just been their go-to scorer and someone that they can just rely on to get them a bucket when they really need one. So I wouldn't sleep on the Pelicans. I know they're last in the West, but I wouldn't sleep on them. I think they can go on a bit of a run here and surprise some people.
we'll see. I mean, starting point to build the team is having a good collection of players. So they have
Exactly.
talent on their roster. So that's a good starting point. We'll see if they mesh together and grow and develop even further. We'll see. They still need a lot of star potential eventually, and like they might have that on their roster. So we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more NBA content. We'll be back soon with another episode.